You know her as always being on antibiotics. Give it up for Alia Atkins.
Okay, hello. My name is Alia Atkins. This is the only good picture of me. But let me tell you some good things about me so that you can see why I offered a lot to Hinge. I have a pretty good personality. Okay, I got an A on the Myers-Briggs test or whatever. I had a good childhood. I like to read. I have a close relationship with my mother, but not too close. I was on Hinge. The thing about Hinge is that you get no last names. You don't really know who these people are on these apps when you go on them, and it's kind of like the game Uno Attack. Not Uno, but the version of it where it spits cards at you. Okay, so this is my this is my fuckboy, Ian. This is an actual photo of him. No, I'm kidding. I drew that. But that is what he looks like. He was about that color.
Oh, shit.
And he was about that lanky. Okay. So what he had going for him, he had a lot of good stuff going for him, actually. He was a really good texter. Okay, most men, they don't ask you a question back after you ask them a question. Okay, people are laughing because they know. And this guy, he asked me at least one question a day. He was an athlete. He was a rower, if we consider that a sport. It's not one of the big hits of sports. It's not basketball or football or hockey, the hot ones. But he was a rower, which is impressive to me. And he planned the whole date. He was ripped, and he said he lived alone. So, thank you. I thought that was a good start. So what could have gone wrong? Well, let's start. Yelled at mommy.
Ooh.
So when I showed up to the date, this guy was on the phone with his mom screaming at her outside of the bar, and I guess his mom had chosen his shirt for him, and he was second thinking the shirt and was screaming at her that it was a bad idea. Mind you, the shirt was just a gray dry fit tee. No reason to yell. IBS. So this guy had irritable bowel syndrome. I didn't know men got IBS, I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was for girls who vape and eat hot Cheetos. But he had irritable bowel syndrome, and he talked about it. He talked about it so much and went to the bathroom several times during the date.
Yeah.
Read his Batman script. He was writing a Batman movie for fun, and he whipped it out during the date, and he read almost the entire thing out loud to me at our dinner. Wrung his shirt out at the table. So, dry fit's not always dry. Dry fit's not always dry. He wrung out his extremely sweaty shirt at the table and made no apology for it. Nervous burps. He had nervous burps kind of the entire way through the date, and he basically told me that the only thing that calms down his anxiety is listening to the Greatest Showman soundtrack. So at one point, he excused himself to the bathroom to go listen to Zac Efron and Zendaya. So obviously these are a lot of red flags, but I fucked him, okay? I'm being honest. My mom's here tonight. I didn't want to do this. But I went home with this man and I slept with him. Let's think about why. I was emo. I'm gonna be honest. I was really emotional at the time. I was like Alexa. I was also had just gotten out of a breakup. I was a couple months before that. I was dumped by a guy at a movie called Voyage of the Demeter. It's a movie about Dracula on a boat. That's it. They didn't bother to put anything else in the movie. And this guy, he had went to the bathroom. I love guys who go to the bathroom, I guess. This guy also went to the bathroom several times during the movie to a point where he was never in the room at the same time that Dracula was on the screen. So I was previously dumped by Dracula, and that's why I had to sleep with this guy. But it kind of takes a downhill spiral, if that wasn't already downhill. So, let me just explain this slide. So I go back to his house, and we're watching Veep, great show. And we start to hook up, and at some point he asked to follow me on Instagram. And I let him. Those are where all my hot pictures are, and my comedy reels. Got to get those likes. And I let him follow me, and he saw my last name on Instagram, and he goes, "Is your last name Atkins?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "No way, that's my last name too."
No.
Yeah. And that's the thing about Hinge. Hinge does not have last names. This was my Uno card attack. And essentially, after a long conversation about family history, we realized that my family is from Oklahoma, his family is from Oklahoma. This is a white man. It's possible that his ancestors owned mine. Yeah. Yeah. And that was after I slept with him. So my questions for the panel. Do you think his family owned my family, or is he a very, very light-skinned cousin?
That's the
question. Yeah.
Okay, I think the first question that I had, you just because I do have a few.
Yeah.
Was the sex good?
Yes.
Damn, she got owned twice. No, that was stupid. That was dumb. That was dumb, guys. White people, y'all can't laugh at that. Y'all gotta stop.
I'm gonna pass on this one.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah.
So, how far back in the family tree are you familiar with your family tree? Like, has your family been in Oklahoma pretty much since?
Pretty much since they were in the United States, and so is his family.
Whoo.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a very important question. Does it seem like he has some generational wealth?
Hence the mommy
Yeah,
and the
he considering the fact that he had a Batman script he had written, but had a beautiful studio apartment, and the Batman script was bad. I think he had money. I think my best guess to the answer to this question is I think he unfortunately, when he would smack my butt, I think he smacked it a little too hard.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that was gonna be my prognosis. Is that you went, and it's just like I'm sure like Nicholas Sparks could make it work, but like. Like there definitely was some. It was that was it.
yeah. My next question is, what would you do if you were my ancestor? It's something I think about a lot, and this question's actually for the white guy in the middle.
Look, apparently getting canceled makes your career these days, so I am for it. What would I do? What would I do? Oh,
Don't
man.
be too nervous, brother. You got this.
Yeah, you know, I would just be shaking my head and being like, "What? Hey, you. Hey, don't do that. Come on."
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, my last question is, should people date white men? Obviously, this can happen.
Wait, I have a question real quick. How old is he?
Yeah.
He was like 26.
The
years
yelled
old.
at the mommy thing, I was confused.
Yeah.
Like
Me too.
Because he could have been. Right.
But like it was very obvious he was mad about the shirt, and then it was like you didn't give the right. And it makes sense because that was the shirt that gets real sweaty.
Yes.
But his mom, doesn't know it because she doesn't wear the shirt, but he
Right.
does.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he wrung it out, but the wrung it out, that was a 50-50 for me because that could just be a showing off your abs move, like.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Ooh, my shirt's so sweaty, let me pop this thing off,
Yeah, a little Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. Like, I gotta get this. Man. Was
All right, fuckboys, give us your final diagnosis.
hold up.
I mean, well, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
That's fair. Give it up for Aaliyah Atkins, everybody.